All right, welcome. Over the next few minutes, we're going to unpack a pretty massive opportunity in the crypto and blockchain space. And look, this isn't just another pitch for another conference. This is about a strategic platform, one that's designed to put your brand right in the middle of the action, in front of the very people building the future of finance. Let's dive in. So everything really starts with this mission right here. The goal was never to just rent a big room and put on a show. It's about creating a true gravitational center for an industry that's projected to grow by over 25% year after year. The whole idea from day one was to build a space where the real, meaningful conversations happen, where the future is literally being coded, funded, and rolled out. This vision is the foundation for everything else we're about to talk about. Okay, so first up, let's talk about the big picture. This is your chance to position your brand right at the heart of all that growth I just mentioned. I'm talking about being at the center of a movement, not just another name on a long list of sponsors. Now, what's so cool about this is how these objectives all work together to create this high-value ecosystem. You see, when you build a platform for real thought leadership and you bring in the top names, the event becomes a magnet for the best in the business. And for you, as a sponsor, that means you're not just getting your logo on a banner. No way. You're getting direct access to a space that is literally built for collaboration and for showing off groundbreaking innovation. And that leads us to the single most important piece of the puzzle for any sponsor: the people. The people who are actually in the room. This section is all about how we connect you directly with over 2,500 of your future partners, customers, and collaborators. I mean, just look at this list. This is the crucial part. These aren't just random attendees, right? These are the decision makers. They're the people with the capital, the builders with the vision, and even the policymakers who are literally writing the rules of the game. If you're trying to reach any of these groups, well, we've already done the heavy lifting of getting them all under one roof, ready to talk. And here's what that audience actually looks like when you break it down. A full 40% are established professionals, and another 25% are investors, people who are actively looking for the next big thing. Think about that. In a room of 2,500 people, that's 1,000 industry veterans and 625 active investors. That means over half the room is made up of people who can directly impact your bottom line. These are not just abstract numbers. This is your tangible market opportunity. So, what are all these influential people talking about? Well, that's what this next section is about. It's about leading the critical conversations. When you align your brand with this event, it means you're not just following the trends, you're actually helping to set them. You've got everything from the trillion-dollar potential of DeFi to the massive institutional impact of CBDCs. This agenda covers the most important topics in the entire industry. For you, being a part of these discussions means you get early insight into where things are headed, with regulations, new investment trends, and the core problems that your products can solve. These are the conversations that decide where the money flows and who leads the next wave. Okay, this brings us to the core of the opportunity, your platform for maximum impact. Let's break down exactly how you can use this environment to get a serious return on your investment. Look at how we translate every event feature directly into your ROI. A keynote speech? That's not just a talk. It's your stage to establish true authority. The demo area? It's not just a booth. It's a hands-on lab where decision makers can actually see and feel your tech for themselves. Every single piece of this is designed for real, tangible outcomes, high-quality leads, powerful partnerships, and market leadership. And the path to actually getting that impact is incredibly simple. We make sure your brand gets seen everywhere. We make sure your products get demonstrated to the right people. You get to network directly with key players, and you get a voice in the conversations that truly matter. It's a complete 360-degree approach to making sure you get the most out of your presence. But here's the real kicker. The value doesn't just stop when the event is over. Not at all. We've built an entire digital ecosystem that keeps working for you all year long, making sure your message continues to resonate long after the last handshake. For starters, the conversation keeps going on our YouTube channel. We're talking weekly analysis, expert interviews. All of it gives you continued exposure to a super engaged audience of subscribers. Then you have Twitter, which is where we have our finger on the pulse of the industry in real time. It's our community hub for instant updates, and it keeps our brand, and by extension, your brand, right at the center of the daily conversation. And for the deeper, more substantive content, we leverage LinkedIn. This is where we publish in-depth articles, reinforcing our shared authority in the professional world. So when you pull it all together, what you see here is a complete multi-channel content machine. From our blog to our influencer partnerships, it's all there. Sponsoring this event means you're integrated into this entire strategy, amplifying your message consistently, right where your audience is already spending their time. So, it all really boils down to this one critical question. The conversations that are going to define the next decade of finance, of technology, of investment, they are happening right here, inside this ecosystem. The question isn't whether you can afford to be here, it's whether you can afford not to be. Where will your brand be?